Hey guys, I'm Jordan Rudolph. I'm the owner of Unity Fitness, and obviously you're living in the La Crosse area if you're watching this, which means that we had snow over the weekend and it is here to stay. So as I woke up this morning, I woke up to my car being shoveled in, or plowed in, so I had to shovel my car out, and basically I was not prepared for that this morning. So I used an extra shoe I had in my car and a snow brush, a scraper. And I got to the gym and I just got done shoveling our sidewalk. So what I heard around the gym is that there's a lot of people doing shoveling this morning. And I know a lot of you are doing shoveling either today or you already did it because you did it yesterday instead of being cooped up like I was. But anyways, it's similar to like raking and mopping. So a lot of times when people mop or they vacuum or they rake, they end up hurting their back. And a lot of times that happens with shoveling. Now, shoveling in particular is a little bit different because you're doing more lifting and you're usually using your upper body to make this all work together. And then that leads to shoulder injuries, and it has a little bit more of a lower back pain tendency. So we see a little bit more low back pain with shoveling. So I'm here to show you how to do it. First and foremost, when you're doing anything, you got to think of it as a total body exercise and make sure those hips aren't completely locked in. More specifically with like vacuuming and mopping, so make sure those hips are moving. The locking and the twisting, like if my hips are stable and I'm twisting through it, that's just shredding my low back. Okay, so that's just tearing into those muscles back there. It's not actually, you know, that type of a big thing, but that's why your back hurts, because you're shredding through that and you're going through it and it's causing low back pain, and all of a sudden you're sore, okay, or it leads to other injuries in the future. So make sure that you're using your hips, kind of getting the glutes involved, pushing the vacuum out, kind of getting the mop going there, opening up and everything like that. Shoveling is very similar, so is raking leaves, but the thing with shoveling is that when you have snow in the shovel, it increases the weight of the shovel. And that weight then is pulling you more away from your center of gravity than just simply like a mop or a vacuum is, right? But the further you reach away with anything, the more pressure you put on your low back. So that's what I really want to make sure that you're not doing. We'll go over that technique today. First and foremost, I have a couple dowels here. I want to go over the size of the shovel. You don't want a huge shovel. The only time you actually do want that is if there's like a light pack of snow on the floor, on the ground, where you can just simply like just push it all off. There's no lifting involved, so you can just essentially walk it through, right? So you're just holding the shovel here, walking through the whole way. Again, your posture's there. You're using your legs to support you and go through that. So let's just say we have a short shovel here, which is my dowel here. So I'm kind of going through and doing everything. What I want you to notice right away is that if I'm going to shovel, I'm going this way, but notice the straightness of my back, okay? I'm not rounding like this. I'm not also bending through the waist. I'm bending at my hips. My butt goes back. I don't just bend over like this and start shoveling, and then I have extra rounding things with my shoulders, okay? So I'm getting my hips involved, and that also accesses my glutes and my hamstrings. I get my quads involved for stability, and I can really go through and push through everything there and make it a total body exercise, but I can also get a lot of power out of that. It seems funny to say that we want power out of shoveling, but you don't want it to be a singular, single joint exercise where it's just all arms, and your back again is in that compromised position. So you gotta keep your spine straight, and you gotta keep your core active. As contrary to popular belief as it sounds, because shoveling is kind of considered a warm-up, where you get sweaty sometimes during shoveling, you know, your heart rate's pumping and things like that, you should warm up a little bit before you shovel. Okay, you should warm up your joints, you should go through some mobility exercises, maybe do a little plank to get your core fired up, and then you go into shovel. If you have a large area to shovel, you want to make sure that you take breaks in between, and make sure you're standing up and giving yourself some hip extensions, so kind of standing up nice and tall and pushing through the hips. Give yourself a little extension there. My heels are staying on the floor as I do this. I'm not going all over the place. I'm relaxed and just stretching out my back. Okay? But you want to keep that core tight too. So instead of thinking about stretching out your back all the time, maybe try keeping your core tight as well. So as you're going through shoveling, your back is straight, okay? You're going through and you're pushing, okay? Pushing the weight away from you. Don't ever try to do the whole lift, pop, and twist. Anytime you're going to twist, you're more than likely going to compromise that low back. So try to put yourself in advantageous positions to just push that weight out in front of you to make it super simple and super easy for you, and making sure that you're pain-free, injury-free. Again, you're taking breaks, you're warming up, you're doing all that other stuff already, so then you might as well keep it rolling with making sure that you're putting yourself in good positions to make yourself push more of that snow away. Now sometimes you can't always be in a good position, and that's where you have to take small chunks at a time. As much as you want to get as much snow on that shovel as possible, that's when we get to that point where there's so much weight on the end of the shovel that's so far away from you that's pulling you off the center of gravity. It's hurting your low back because your core can't support it because the lever is too long. So nice, good, solid stance, pushing the weight away, using your total body, getting that backhand, popping the end of the shovel to help you get a little bit more force through there, and then switch sides. That's another huge one. A lot of times we get super sore. You know, think of it like a dentist. They're always leaning over to one side of their chair, okay? They're always leaning to one side. They usually end up getting some sort of low back pain or shoulder pain because they're doing everything on that side. Don't do everything on this side, okay? Get the other side involved too. Again, core tight, drive it through, back is straight, okay? Back is straight. You don't want to have a rounded back. Bend through the hips, okay? An easy way to tell if you're bending through the hips, you can do this even with your shovel, is to push your butt back and make sure that dowel can stay in your back the whole time. You guys see that? Instead of having that curve right here, or even the curve right here, okay? Back is straight. Core, warm up, take small breaks, stretch out the low back, keep your core tight, push the weight, use small chunks instead of big chunks, and minimal to no rotation. There should be no lifting and rotating. That's when we really get into trouble. A lot of times it's because we're standing like this, and then we're turning away from it, and we're actually opening up everything, and we're just torquing that low back again, just like I was talking about earlier with the mopping in the back, okay? The snow is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. We got a lot of it, so you might as well learn how to shovel right, because there's going to be a lot of other times later on this season that you're going to have to shovel. This is a pretty early month, so January and February are always a little bit heavier. That's all for today. And last thing I have to say, if you continue to have low back pain, anything like that, you do two things. One, you hire help. Okay, get somebody else to come and shovel for you. Save yourself from that end. Two, come and see us here at Unity Fitness. We'll assess you, we'll make sure your core is firing up, it's activated, we'll make sure that you're going through proper stretches, we'll get your hips loosened up, we'll get your glutes engaged, things like that, so you never have to worry about that stuff again. We'll help you with those things with our programs here. Okay? That's all for today. Practice safe shoveling. Keep on keeping on.